Right. Peace and blessings. God bless y'all. I'm Jarvis Kingston. And with today's message, I want to discuss about perilous times. I usually said the word perilous times in the first episode and the second episode, but I constantly keep repeating it due to the fact that we're definitely in the last days, and it's very prevalent day by day as you see so much crazy things going on in the world, in our country, and also through social media as well. So I want to read the scripture that concerns about perilous times and dive into it layer by layer. So the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1 through 9. Godliness in the last days. But understand this, that in the last days there will come times of difficulty, for people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. Avoid such people, for among them are those who creep into households and capture weak women, burdened with sins and led astray by various passions, always learning and never being able to arrive at the knowledge of truth. So I want to just kind of break this down. So the first part of it, in the last days where it says perilous times, times of difficulty, it talks about people be lovers of self. So basically that's an arrogant person, a narcissist. You know, a lot of narcissists walking around today more than ever. Social media definitely promotes narcissism, especially all throughout Hollywood and celebrity stuff. And that's not a life to live. That's not how we should be. As a people, we should be having humility and be meek and be modest as well. God commands us to be humble people and walk different and not always be bragging and showing off and being arrogant and a narcissist. That's not what he called us to be. But you see the world promotes that more and more day by day. The Bible constantly talks about humbling ourselves throughout the Old Testament and the New Testament. And that's how we should carry ourselves as a people. Next, it says lovers of money. And so you'll go on social media and you'll see people flexing money and showing off their brag. You know, showing off how much they make and their salary. People brag on and on about, all their financial, materialistic items. But we should not be lovers of money, because we all know the love of money is the root of all evil. But also, you could have your broke days, your rich days, man. You don't trust your riches at all. You only trust the Lord. You trust the Most High. You don't put your trust in money and find that. You don't do that. You make money, you handle it the right way, but you don't worship it. Next, it says proud. We have to stop being prideful people. We have to humble ourselves every day. We got to stop being proud. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but we shouldn't be arrogant or conceited or proud or prideful. Pride is as a person's downfall. We have to have meekness, modesty, and a humbleness about us. Next, it talks about abusive. So, of course, there's many abusive people out here. And when we think of abuse, we usually think of it as a physical thing, But abuse can be verbal. It could be mental. It could be emotional abuse, There's so many layers and different types of abuse out here. And there's many people that are victims of abuse. But you definitely see more abusive people than ever. And it's sad, And we should learn how to talk to each other and not talk at each other. You feel me? We have to learn how to communicate things without abusing or hurting the next person in that process. We could get our point across without being hurtful about it, with tough love, The next aspect of it is disobedient to their parents. So this is a tricky one, because some people may have a little clash with their parents. Some people grow up from different types of household. I mean, some people don't even grow up to parents. Some people don't know who their parents are. Some grow up in foster homes. So that is a bit tricky, but there are people that do have parents in their lives, and these children, they do act a fool and start really disrespecting their own parents, and it's sad. You'll see this just anywhere, whether it's at school or the supermarket or anywhere in public or a neighbor's house, anything, The Bible does command us to obey our parents and respect our parents. That's even one of the commandments. And it also talks about that in the New Testament. But, you know, the disrespect is crazy because these parents, they spoil their children. They give them the whole world, and they don't even give these children discipline or tough love. And these children just start acting up and act entitled. So there's so much ways that go about disobeying to their parents. And then the next one is ungrateful. You know, you have people that always complain about their situation and how they want this and that, and they're not even doing anything to fix it or want a better situation for themselves. They're always complaining and not appreciating things, and, you know, just ungrateful people, man, ungrateful spirit, and it's sad. And these times we're in where people are losing their houses, their cars, their jobs, we need to be more grateful every day about everything in our aspect of our life, man. We got to embrace the little things we have. The food in our belly, the clothes on our back, the roof over our heads. We have to be grateful for those things. People are more ungrateful than ever. People desire the wrong things that don't benefit them at all. And that's the thing, that ungrateful spirit is heavy on many people today. Another aspect is unholy. Of course, you got a lot of atheists or very carnal, worldly people that are not spiritual, don't plan to be spiritual, but, you know, very unholy people. They just don't respect the things of God or how sacred things are. You know, a lot of people are just unholy, and that's just how it is out here. Especially in these end times, we're in this new age where everybody have these different beliefs and these different ideologies. It definitely makes people more unholy. Then you have heartless. You know, people with no compassion, no heart for things, you know, just straight up cold-hearted. You know, Jesus talked about not letting your heart wax cold. And you see more heartless, ruthless people more than ever. And this generation, us young people through social media, we embrace this toxic behavior. We embrace, you know, being cold and being greedy, being selfish and being heartless. And we embrace these negative aspects of ourselves. And that's nothing to glorify or embrace or normalize, you know. You know, we need to have a heart in these last times. In these last days, we need a good heart, man. People with a good heart, it's hard to see that nowadays, man. We have to have a heart as people, man. We have to have a heart for situations. We have to have compassion on each other. We got to handle things with grace and mercy, man. We got to really handle things lightly. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of heartless people walking around these end times. And then you have unappeasable. You have people that's just hostile for no reason. Can't even get to them. Don't want to listen to nobody. Think they know it all. We have a lot of know-it-alls nowadays in this generation. And then you also have, in this verse, you also have, I said unappeasable, you have slanderers, you know. You have people that just constantly slander you, you know, throw dirt at you, throw dirt on your name. You know, you see this a lot, just very, very negative people, you know. False alligators, just slanderers, always just trying to find something to say about you. Even when you're doing right, you're doing good. Someone just got to throw something at you, you know, try to throw slander at you. Throw a little passive-aggressive little gesture at you, you know. You got to catch those things, man. It's more prevalent than ever in this trolling era of social media. You see it a lot. And then you have without self-control. Now, a lot of people out here lack discipline. A lot of people don't even think things through nowadays. Everybody's always rushing through things. Everybody's so whimsical and all over the place and unstable. And they lack self-control. They lack discipline. They're so easily caught up with temptations and just having the urge to do things and not even being able to slow down and reflect on what they're going to do and how to handle situations the right way. That lack of self-control is hurting a lot of people out here. And then you have brutal. And then you have not loving good. You know, the brutal aspect, you see more fights and violence than ever. You watch the news, man, you see husband kill wife, wife kill husband, you know. Just brutal, man. You know, people killing their own spouses, their own partners, man. Very violent generation this is. Very hurtful generation, you know. All these evil acts and nasty crimes out here in these last days. Then you also have not loving good, you know. You'll do a charitable deed or do something good, and you'll always have those haters and negative people and those naysayers trying to knock it. You know, people that don't like to see good in others and situations. There's just certain people like that. They're just flat out negative. They got low vibration, just got bad energy. You see that a lot. You know, it's sad, man. We got to learn how to embrace the good of things nowadays. There's only a few good things out here. We got to really cherish and celebrate that. And then you also have treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. You got people out here that love drinking, love smoking, love doing all their own little deeds. They love that more than they love God, and that's sad. God is the only one we should love fully and wholeheartedly. God is the only provider. He's the source. He's the only one for us that could supply us, that can give us happiness, that could give us hope, that could give us a good, long life. He is the one we should only love, nothing and nobody else. God is a jealous God. We should not put things before him. We should not love or worship things and venerate things that have nothing to do with him. We should only love God only, and that's it. Having the appearance of godliness but denying its power. So you have a lot of like holier than thou people or self-righteous people. You basically see that then and there as well. Having the godly image. They might not cuss or might not do this or might not do that, but they still deny the Most High's power. They still deny him doing miracles for certain people. They still deny him opening doors for certain people. They deny the actual chosen people. The people that God chooses, most people in the world will always deny. Who God chooses, it's always somebody that the world may not accept, or people in general just may not accept. But you also have people that put on a form of godliness that may reject that person as well. So you have that. It's crazy out here. Avoid such people, And it also says, for among them are those who creep into households and capture weak women, burdened with sins and led astray by various passions, always learning and never being able to arrive at knowledge of the truth. You have people that just listen to all these different doctrines and all types of different sayings and wisdoms of man, but never come into the truth of the Most High and his word and God's creation and how God established and put everything in order. So that was just the reading of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 8. Verse 1 through 7, sorry. So, yeah, man, perilous times, man. Last days, man. It's crazy out here. Every day just gets more weird and weird, man. It gets more strange and strange, man. People really just turn away, man, and just go in a bad direction, bad path, man. We have to win these souls. We have to win these lost souls out here, these troubled souls, these heartbroken souls, these traumatized people. They need help. They need cleansing. These people out here need to start their lives over. We have to turn back to the Most High. We have to turn back into his word. We have to turn back into humbling ourselves and getting back to his presence. You know what I mean? We got to repent. We got to get baptized. We got to start our lives over. We got to start off clean, brand new, fresh start, new beginnings. We can't follow the traditions of man. We can't keep following these traditions of the world. We can't keep following these trends out here. These trends are ungodly. They're anti-Christ. It's just totally against the Most High and his people, And we really have to stay solid for God. We have to stay prayed up. We got to stay communicating with the Most High and keep asking for favor and mercy. We have to do better, people. These are real troubling times. They're difficult times. This is definitely perilous times out here. We definitely need the Lord more than ever. God bless y'all. I'm Jarvis Kingston, and I'm out. Peace.